Hello, I'm Declan McIntyre and this is Calkine's Daily Trending News. The Bank of Canada has cut its target for the overnight rate to 4.75%, with the bank rate at 5% and the deposit rate also at 4.75%. This move aligns with the bank's ongoing policy of balance sheet normalization. Globally, the economy grew by approximately 3% in the first quarter of 2024, consistent with the bank's April Monetary Policy Report, MPR. The United States saw slower than expected growth due to weak exports and inventory challenges, although private domestic demand remained strong. The euro area experienced an uptick in activity, while China's economy showed strength from exports and industrial production, despite weak domestic demand. Inflation is easing in most advanced economies, but progress towards price stability varies. Oil prices have remained stable and financial conditions have changed little since April. In Canada, economic growth picked up in the first quarter of 2024 after stagnating in late 2023, with GDP growth at 1.7%, below the MPR forecast. This slower growth was primarily due to weaker inventory investment. However, consumption growth was solid at about 3%, and business investment and housing activity also increased. The labor market shows continued hiring, although employment growth lags behind the working-age population increase. Wage pressures are easing gradually, indicating the economy still has excess supply. Consumer Price Index (CPI) inflation further eased to 2.7% in April. The bank's preferred core inflation measures also slowed, with 3-month indicators suggesting continued downward momentum. The breadth of price increases across CPI components has decreased to near historical averages, although shelter price inflation remains high. Given the continued evidence of easing underlying inflation, the bank's governing council decided that monetary policy could be less restrictive and reduced the policy interest rate by 25 basis points. The recent data bolsters confidence that inflation will continue to move toward the 2% target. However, the inflation outlook is not without risks. The governing council is closely monitoring core inflation, the balance between demand and supply, inflation expectations, wage growth, and corporate pricing behavior. The bank remains committed to restoring price stability for Canadians. That's the latest from Calkine's Daily Trending News. I'm Declan McIntyre.